Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to Let's Talk United. Today it's just a preview of the FA Cup game against Arsenal. We're going into it off the back of two wins against Sunderland and Newcastle, and there were some good periods of football there, so there is some confidence going into the game. Something that has been said against Louis van Gaal's tactics is against smaller league oppositions such as the likes of Sunderland and Newcastle, is that we pay them too much respect and we act like they were going to do something, and they don't. They will sit back and try and hit us on the counter. Now a team like Arsenal aren't going to be that way. We saw Arsenal implement that against Man City, but I don't think an FA Cup game against Manchester United, who have a much weaker defence than Man City, I don't think Arsenal are going to do that. Man City have looked stronger than us going forward in this season. They've looked stronger in the midfield, they look stronger at the back. So I don't think that Arsenal will try sit back against us, especially since now that they've climbed above us in the table. They're going to have more confidence against us. They're putting a good run of games together. Giroud, I think, scored like 10 goals in 14 games. He's really starting to come into some form in the season. So they aren't going to sit back. I see it being a typical Arsene Wenger style of expanding the width of the pitch, trying to have that high tempo, attacking numbers, and really try and do some damage to us. Now the problem for Arsenal is that Louis van Gaal does like to implement some five at the back strategies. We haven't seen one in a while, but I would not be surprised if he brings it back in for the FA Cup game against Arsenal. It worked at the Emirates. It worked for us there, and I think that was really just the time when Fellaini started getting brought in. Fellaini was brought in for that tough run of games that we had against Arsenal, Chelsea, Everton. We had a good few games where they were going to be difficult for us, and Fellaini was brought in at the beginning of that into central midfield, and he did well for us, and he really did help us get the points from those games, which is why I think Van Gaal keeps picking him. But Van Gaal has changed it from Fellaini being in the centre of midfield in order to give us some strength to, just as an attacking option. And we have some, we've got Falcao, Van Persie, Wilson, Rooney, Mata, Di Maria. With so many attacking players, Fellaini does not need to be added into it. But I do see it being an Arsenal-dominated game. Now, we are at home, and we've won most of our games at home. We've been doing well at home, but I do feel like it will be an Arsenal-dominated game. I will probably try and do our possession thing, but we can't afford to allow Arsenal to hit us on the counter. They've got too many. We're not talking about Cisse up front on his own like it was against Newcastle. We're talking about the likes of Sanchez and Giroud, and they've got fast players like Oxlade-Chamberlain, Theo Walcott. They've got extremely good ball players in the likes of Ozil and Cazorla. We're going to have to be very careful about how we treat this game. And I would take a very boring game of United sitting back trying to hit Arsenal on the counter than us losing the game by playing attractive football. I would rather us get into the semi-finals by beating Arsenal properly. Or is it the finals? I can't really remember. But that's what I want. I want to see a game where we win. And if we have to win the game by playing that defensive style, then so be it. We can't really afford to lose to Arsenal because, yes, it's not in the league, so we're not losing 3 points. But if they are on a good run of form and then they win again at Old Trafford, knocking United, one of their biggest rivals, out of a cup competition, that is just going to give them more confidence and more morale going into the following league games, and it's going to demoralise us going into league games against bigger opposition, especially when we come up against Arsenal again in the league. So I think we have 2 wins now. A third win, especially against the likes of Arsenal, will really give the players confidence that they need, because they've been lacking confidence lately. They've been a bit shaky in all areas of the pitch and just don't look that confident. So a win against Arsenal, I think, would really sharpen us up. It would really help us out. If I was to guess, I'm not going to guess a 5 at the back formation, but I'm going to guess like this 5-1 that he was playing, even though it's more like it's a 4-2-3-1, but when that attacking midfielder drops back and the wingers drop back, it's a 4-5-1. That's what we saw against Newcastle. He might do the same against Arsenal, just clog the midfield, make sure they can't feed their striker. So I'm going to go with Shaw at left back because it's Shaw. He's our only left back, which automatically makes him the best one, and he's better than Rojo at left back. Rojo, while he's alright at left back, he's not suited to left back as he is centre back. Saying so, I'm going to have Rojo and Smalling as the centre back pairing. Smalling's been good these last few games. Ever since his red card against City, he's really tried more, and while he has made some mistakes, he's looking a lot better on the ball. As I said, he's distributing it better, he's trying to make more challenges, he's doing alright. He's not doing enough in my opinion to warrant keeping a place in the team during the summer. I think we should replace him with a world-class defender, someone a better defender, someone that will team up with Rojo well and really help solidify the back four. Then at right back, Valencia again. I don't know what the story with Rafael is. I don't think anyone knows what the story with Rafael is. Don't know if he's fit, if he's not fit, if Van Gaal just doesn't like him. He is small, and our back line isn't the tallest at the moment, and maybe he just wants more height in there, be it like an extra 1 or 2 inches. I don't think Valencia is that much taller than him. But Valencia is also much more bulkier, so maybe he just wants more strength in that defence than Rafael can provide on his own, especially when we have centre-backs that aren't exactly dominant on the physical side of things. I'm going to go with Blind Herrera again. It's Blind and Herrera. I really do see them, if they can start clicking together and putting in some really good performances beside each other. The problem with Blind and Herrera is they haven't really played that much together. Herrera is either not getting picked or Blind's being played in a position where he's nowhere near Herrera. So the problem for us is they just haven't had enough time together in order to show us what they really can do. I'd go with Januzaj and Ashley Young. I think maybe he'll pick Di Maria over the counter-attacking threat that Di Maria has over Januzaj. But since we're at home, I'm not sure if he will start off defensively and try and hit Arsenal on the counter. He'll probably go for the first half in attacking, see how that goes, and if it doesn't suit us, he'll probably sit back into the second half and try and hit them on the counter. Hoping for Mata in the middle with Rooney up front, but it's probably going to be something like Fellaini and Rooney or Rooney and Wilson, because Wilson is a very pacey striker and he will get on the end of counter-attacks for us. I'm going to guess same scoreline that was on this earlier on in the season, a 2-1 win for United. I think that Arsenal are going to dominate the game and they're going to get a lot of shots off, but we're going to close them down in midfield and we're going to hopefully hit them on the counter enough times. So yeah, that's my opinion. What's your guys' opinion? Let me know down in the comments or hit me up on Twitter to give me your feedback. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, and see you next time.